Today's video about supplements for human growth hormone secretion and autophagy phase. It is a relatively long video, therefore I put my ideas and conclusions ahead of the video, so the visitors may get information quick and decide if it is worthwhile to watch the video or not. I may speculate that cycling of autophagy and recovery growth stages may radically extend our health span and eventually longevity. To ignite autophagy, I can use intermediate fasting, like eating one meal a day and following strict carnivore ketogenic diet combined with intensive exercises and also sauna to deplete glucose in blood during daytime. To increase recovery growth stage, that is to enhance secretion of the human growth hormone during the deep sleep stage, at night I may eat high animal protein and fat dinner afternoon. I may use at morning following supplements: metformin half of gram, caffeine 100 milligram, vitamin B5 2.5 gram to improve fat burning, vitamin B3 in the form of niacinamide mononucleotide 1 gram, vitamin C 2.5 gram, water solution of electrolytes, potassium chloride 6 gram, sodium chloride 1 gram, magnesium chloride 1 gram. At evenings, I can use following supplements: metformin half gram during or soon after the meal, DHEA 100 milligram to enhance secretion of testosterone, GABA intake 750 milligram combined with 5-HTP in range of 100 to 300 milligram, vitamin and together with vitamin B6, and this I take 30-45 minutes before bedtime. Electrolytes in ratio potassium chloride to sodium chloride 4:1 during the meal, magnesium chloride 1 gram and potassium iodine solution 2 drops just before the bedtime. Resistant starch, pectin, guar gum, chitin in form of mushrooms I can consume during the meal time, and also 30-45 minutes before bedtime to produce more butyric acid and vitamin B6 in colon to improve secretion of human growth hormone. We all know so that from age of our infancy, the growth hormone secretion drops very quick, especially it dropping before age about 20 years old, and then it is decelerating. But anyway, we are losing 90% of hormone secretion in time when we are aging. And we remember also from previous videos that these publications in September of last year, 2019, about the reversal of epigenetic aging and improving the immune system in humans with the use of human growth hormone injections and with DHEA 50 milligram intake and intake also metformin in amount of 500 milligram. So we remember that this during the year, after 1 year, it was 2.5 years rejuvenation registered. 2.5 years, so it's amazing results. Human growth hormone treatment is approved in the United States only for treatment of growth hormone deficiency. Therefore, and I would say that human growth hormone is only effective if it is administered as injection. There is no pills of human growth hormone. Some dietary supplements that claim to boost the levels of human growth hormone exist in pill form, but actually it is not certain will it produce human growth hormone, because it is human growth hormone should be initiated with special conditions in our body. Without these conditions, there is no secretion of human growth hormone. We should be careful. Even if we supply supplements, if we will supply precursors, it will not go. The secretion will not go if we will not get special conditions. Moreover, the cost of growth hormone therapy for a child ranging from 10 to 30,000 American dollars a year, and the treatment of adult will cost approximately 14,000 a year. So it is a huge money for normal people, for commoners like me, and so it is, we cannot use it. So we are looking for any way to produce growth hormone naturally. What also we have to take in mind, there was publications recently that if we administer only growth hormone, only the growth hormone alone, the aging is actually accelerating. So growth hormone alone accelerates aging. So only it works in combination with metformin and DHEA supplement. Secretion of the growth hormone occurs periodically during the day, usually every 3-5 hours. The highest and most predictable peak is observed at night, about an hour or two after falling asleep in the stage of deep sleep. What stimulates the secretion of growth hormone? First, protein-rich foods. So availability of amino acids as building blocks for to grow our cells. Deep sleep stage, as I said before. Intensive physical exercises. So because damage of muscle cells ignites the secretion of growth hormone, and to recover and to repair the cells. And also intake of some amino acids. It's actually the same as protein-rich food. So arginine, ornithine, lysyme, glutamine, and L-dopa, tyrosine, etc., etc. So it's actually enough to eat protein-rich food. I mean, animal meat and fish, and it will be enough. But of course, amino acids can be taken as supplements. And what is the most important, the secretion of human growth hormone ignited by low blood glucose. It is just getting automatically. When the blood glucose level drops, the growth hormone the level is increasing, and it is actually working the same like insulin. So I mean, not insulin, counter insulin. So it is increasing the glucose level in blood by commanding our liver to produce more glucose. So also testosterone, high level of testosterone ignites the secretion of human growth hormone, and as well as DHEA, and as DHEA is a necessary supplement to improve testosterone synthesis. Vitamin B3, vitamin B6, such substance like propranolol. I don't know, it's actually, I never see that it is used directly to ignite secretion of growth hormone, but okay, maybe. But more important, fasting and intermediate fasting. It is igniting growth hormone because of low level of glucose. And some substances which appear in our liver. It is ornithine, circulin, and so we'll talk about this later. And also very important, gamma aminobutyric acid, or GABA. This is the ornithine, such substance. You see, it is quite simple amino acid, and this is one of the products of action of the enzyme on arginine. Arginine is amino acid from proteins, and this creates urea, and therefore ornithine is the central part of the urea cycle, which allows to disposal the excess of nitrogen. So what is happening when we are getting protein-rich food? Then amino acids can be used to produce energy instead of glucose, and then we have to dispose of the nitrogen, and this appearance of this substance is just giving a command to secrete the human growth hormone and to use these amino acids, to use these building blocks to grow, to repair ourselves, and also for growth. Next, citrulline. Citrulline, it is a substance with a lot of nitrogen, and it is also participate in the urea cycle, such way that it is this ammonia is converted into urea and can get out with our body. Such substance like propranolol, it is actually a medicine. It is a beta blocker used to treat high blood pressure, irregular heartbeats, shaking, and other conditions. It is used after a heart attack to improve the chance of survival. Actually, I didn't see any evidence that it can be used for growth hormone, but probably it is just not investigated well. Exercise of high intensity above the lactate threshold and for minimum of 10 minutes appears to elicit the greatest stimulus to the secretion of human growth hormone in young athletes, young, not old, young. We can see at this plot that with increase of the intensity of human exercises, the growth hormone for young athletes is growing, considerably growing, but for old people like myself, it is no change. So we are already, for us it is already too late to use this sort of exercises, high intensity above the lactate threshold. We have to use something else. Recent evidence also suggests that endurance training, it's like running and cycling, bicycle, results in decreased level of human growth hormone. It is like, I like cycling, but for young athletes, the muscles will not grow if they only go cycling. And it is also should be well known that cyclists do not have massive muscles. Gamma aminobutyric acid, GABA, is the main inhibitory neurotransmitter in the human cortex. GABA is a chemical messenger that promotes relaxation and deep sleep. So the food supplement version of GABA is widely available online. One study found that taking a GABA supplement leads to 400 increase in human growth hormone at rest. So during the sleep, for example, deep sleep. So if we take GABA, we can increase 5 times the level of growth hormone. And if it is soon after exercises, it is only 200. But okay, we remember that for young athletes, we already can level of hormone can be increased by exercises, and plus if GABA is taken, then it is 3 times more. So it is actually very good for take this supplement, both for young and older people. So GABA also may increase growth hormone level by improving our sleep, because the main secretion stage is going during deep sleep and during the 1 hour after we fall asleep. This is the substance. This is GABA. Substance is quite simple acid, amino acid. And combining GABA with 5-HTP has a synergistic effect. In fact, the several animal studies suggest that 5-HTP also improves sleep quality, and effect is even better if it is combined GABA and B3. And actually, You can buy such supplement which are already a combination of 5-HTP and with GABA. So people already produce it, but you can combine it yourself if you buy pure products, as I do. 5-HTP and vitamin B6 together, this combination can cross the blood-brain barrier so that human brain synthesizes its own serotonin, and from serotonin it is going to melatonin, and using 5-HTP as a precursor, and vitamin B6 is necessary in this synthesis. So also such supplement like 5-HTP together with vitamin B6 and vitamin C is available. So you can buy and such supplement. Vitamin B6 is well soluble in water. It is necessary for normal functioning of the central and peripheral nervous systems. It is actually participate in the synthesis of serotonin, dopamine, adrenaline, and GABA and norepinephrine. Sorry. This is a vitamin B6 in normal form. Mostly it is like this. And it is also can be you can get it not only as supplement but as from food, and additionally it is synthesized by the intestinal microflora from resistant starch, chitin and pectin and biofibers. This is why I always consume some resistant starch like a potato starch to improve the synthesis level of vitamin B6. It is very good for health. The food products which comprise vitamin B6, pistachio, it's of course very high amount, but you cannot. It is for 100 gram, so it's a lot of pistachio to eat to get this vitamin B6, and non-realistic. You cannot eat 100 gram of garlic. But 100 gram of fish, no problem. Even 200 gram of fish, no problem to get. So fish and meat, but this stuff like peanuts and other nuts, I think it is shit. It is better not to follow this way. So here's a product which has a considerable amount of B6, especially liver. Beef liver is very rich with vitamin B6. Fat fish, okay, chicken and meat, and other products are kind of luxury, like avocado is expensive. GABA has long been thought to be unable to cross the blood-brain barrier. However, in one study with rats, somehow GABA itself has found to increase GABA 33% after intake of the GABA. But when GABA was administered together with arginine and arginine, this is a amino acid, then brain somehow concentration of GABA in brain increased almost 4 times or 5 times. L-arginine is amino acid that helps to build protein in our body. Our body normally produce it itself when it is needed. Also, it can be we can get it from protein-rich foods like in reverse order. It is dairy products are very rich with arginine, and beans I will not recommend. Then soy, no soy, but poultry, meat, red meat and fish. Yeah, so you see dairy products, what I would recommend: poultry, meat, chicken, red meat and fish. Forget about soy, forget about grains and beans. They're not good at all. Okay, here's this is the amino acid, what we're talking about. And recent studies have shown that arresting growth of growth hormone responses to oral ingestion of L-arginine and the dose range from 5 to 9 gram of arginine. So you have to consume quite a lot of arginine, otherwise there will be no improvement. While arginine alone increases the resting growth hormone during the sleep, for example, only 2 times, the exercises during the day may increase growth hormone level by 300, 500, 500 so up to 6 times. And it is natural because during the intensive exercises we are damaging our muscle cells, and then the secretion of growth hormone goes anyway, and with the abundance of this amino acid, then the repairs go very quick, and then it also commanding to work synergistically. We see here that human growth hormone secretion can be increased after intake of arginine or arginine. So, and it goes almost like here level 20, and it goes to 150 at 180, so almost 8 times. 8 times, but not for too long, for 1 hour. But okay, if we take this L-arginine before going sleep and before deep sleep stage, yeah, it probably helps. So I got such supplement, L-arginine in pills, 3 gram every one, and it also comprises B6, B12, and folic acid vitamins inside. But problem that this bottle with 90 pills, every pill 3 gram, is actually about $30 American. And next, so we will see how the growth hormone secretion improves with intake of arginine, and so it improves when we use one for males. Here the males, and mostly it is for females, very good working, but for males it is also work, but you see the level. We have to take 1/4 of gram of arginine per pound, and per pound of weight. My weight is approximately 150 pounds. So you can see how many grams you have to take, almost 40 grams. 40, it is non-realistic, of course. So if to take this bottle, and this is only 3 grams every 90 pills, and I have to take every time like 40 pills. 40 grams, it is more than 13 pills. And how long will it last, this supplement, especially if it is it is expensive. So, but okay, I just took it for the test, and I will report results. For now, it is okay. I believe it's good. But to my opinion, it is much easier to consume red meat, chicken, and fatty fish, and especially much of this arginine in milk, in dairy products, and in eggs. And forget about nuts, as I said. Forget about this all these beans. Not take them, but avocado probably good. If you can afford to buy avocado, it's okay. I would recommend. But chicken, red meat, this fatty fish, eggs, dairy products. Can we use spices as bioenhancers? I believe so. So I take the black pepper powder, for example, and I cannot say for sure that it is improving, but definitely food is getting more tasty, and why not? Why not? I believe that it is not making any worse. We should not forget about coenzyme A. And coenzyme A is important in the synthesis and oxidation of fatty acids and oxidation of the pyruvate, and this is actually from oxidation of glucose in the cycle, acetic acid cycle. In humans, this coenzyme A requires following substances: cysteine, vitamin B5, and adenosine triphosphate. So adenosine triphosphate and the cysteine is available in our body. We need vitamin B5, and we need vitamin B5 in mega doses, in a lot, because again, if we have enough of this coenzyme A, then the production of hormones goes much easier. So, for example, we can produce serotonin, and from serotonin to melatonin, and improve quality of our deep sleep. So the secretion of growth hormone will be improved. But also, okay, how it goes? We take vitamin B5 with food, or better with supplement. It is producing coenzyme A, and coenzyme A it is necessary for oxidation of fatty acids, and with oxidation of fatty acids, all our metabolism work much higher, and we are getting depletion of the glucose in blood. So this is very useful supplement, vitamin B5, and I take up to 5 grams a day of vitamin B5, mega doses. So see here we can also see that fatty acids are getting oxidized with this coenzyme A, and can go complete oxidizing and complete oxidizing of them together with coenzyme A, but with release of ATP, and ATP can be recycled and produce coenzyme A again. And this is the most efficient way to oxidize the fatty acids. But also it can produce ketobodies like acetone and other substances like hydroxybutyrate. And these substances will supply energy to our muscles during exercises, for example. Maybe even more important that this coenzyme A participate in working with NAD plus and NADH. These substances are like food for sirtuins. They actually initiate working of sirtuins. And sirtuins are proteins which are absolutely necessary for correct reading of DNA information, and therefore for synthesis of proteins and for the growth of cells. So the sirtuins are absolutely important for rejuvenation of our body, because first in the stage of the autophagy, we are killing the old cells, and then we replace them with young ones. Okay, look. Now, while elevation of the human growth hormone to pathological levels may shorten our lifespan due to development of tumor or other mechanism, we need a combination of this protein, and also we need combination of two stages. It is first stage is autophagy. It is cleaning our body, cleaning our cells inside. So this stage is absolutely necessary, I believe so. And then next stage is recovery and growth, repair of broken cells, and this is a true rejuvenation. Actually, with intermittent fasting, we can cycle through these stages during the day. So at night time we are fasting, and during daytime we put very heavy exercises and deplete level of glucose, and then we start this autophagy stage, and we are cleaning our body from all rubbish and from senescent cells. So because during the autophagy stage, so-called senescent cells, so the cells which are not able to grow and not able to produce other cells, will be exterminated by our immune system, and the rest of the cells will be used for growth. And during the recovery and repair growth stage, the stem cells will repair the damage in our body. This is a true rejuvenation, cleaning of all old stuff, which is junk, rubbish, and senescent cells. We have to kill them. We have to, with autophagy, they have to be consumed and turned into amino acids and food for young cells. So I may speculate that again that it is, to my opinion, exactly that is the cycling of autophagy and recovery growth stages may radically extend our health span and eventually longevity. This I follow. This is my understanding of rejuvenation, that we have to clean our body of all the junk accumulated in body, and then how to do it? We have to deplete glucose, and I use this metformin to deplete, to reduce the glucose level, and so that metformin will stop stop production of glucose in our liver from glycogen and from also fatty acids, not from fat, and from glycogen and from proteins also. So then we will have low supply of glucose from liver, and then we can easily deplete glycogen, which is stored in our muscles, and therefore with a very low level of glucose we will ignite autophagy stage. So, and then every day we do so, that intensive exercises and fasting, and then we ignite this autophagy. Then to increase recovery growth, that is to enhance secretion of human growth hormone during a deep sleep stage at nights, we have to eat high animal protein and fat afternoon. So we are breaking our fasting by eating a lot of protein, and a lot of this protein goes to blood, and then it is signaling to produce growth hormone and to repair our broken cells, cells which are broken during the exercises, like muscles, and then also to grow muscles and to recover and repair everything in our body. So what I use, as I said, at morning I take half gram of metformin. It is absolutely important for exercises to have a low level of glucose, and metformin does the job. Metformin morning. So in difference from what I did before I was taking metformin only for night. Now and only half a gram. Now I changed. I take 1 gram, half gram morning, half gram evening. So caffeine intake helps me to increase the exercises, increase the intensity of exercises, and therefore it is depleting the glucose level again, and also it is producing more adenosine diphosphate, and because I have high amount of adenosine diphosphate, our cells reacted so that they increase number of mitochondria in cells, because we need energy, and then it is all work for better, igniting all this autophagy phase. Vitamin B5, as I said, it is improving fat burning, and also important for synthesis of hormones. 2.5 gram, I take mega doses, 2.5 gram. Vitamin B3 in the form of niacinamide mononucleotide, or maybe you can maybe we can use just niacinamide, but I'm not sure. For now I have niacinamide mononucleotide, and I follow the normal procedures, that taking 1 gram at morning. Vitamin C, I take also mega doses, because it is improving the exercises. It is well known that vitamin C is suppressing muscle growth at morning, but I don't need large volume of muscles. I have to deplete a level of glucose. Therefore, I take vitamin C to increase intensity of the exercises. And of course, as in exercises, I'm sweating, I'm losing electrolytes, and I use supply of electrolytes, potassium chloride 6 gram, and sodium chloride 1 gram, magnesium chloride 1 gram. It is just to avoid depletion, and also that our muscle cells work only if we have enough of electrolytes, and then enough this ratio of potassium to sodium have to be positive, have to be potassium. We need 2 or 4 times more than sodium, and this is absolutely necessary for intensity of exercises. Otherwise you will feel fatigue. You cannot do it. So at evenings I may use following supplements. Again, I take metformin half gram during or soon after the meal. It is to stop that sugars will go to my blood from food. So if I somehow have some carbohydrates, metformin slow down the sugar intake, sugar suction, sugar get into blood. Also, our liver cannot produce glucose from protein and from fat. Then it is also to reduce amount of glucose, but simultaneously, again, as I said, we eat a lot of protein, so we have a lot of amino acids, and in such conditions, low glucose level, a lot of amino acids, we produce a lot of, we increase secretion of growth hormone. And I take also DHEA 100 milligram to enhance secretion of testosterone. Testosterone also helps to increase the growth hormone. GABA intake 750 milligram combined with 5-ATP in a range of 100 to 300 milligram. Vitamin B6 just half hour before the bedtime. It is just to make my deep sleep stage longer and deeper, so that during this stage I would have enough time and to repair the broken cells, and to enough time for rejuvenation, for growth of new cells. Of course, I use electrolytes intake and ratio potassium chloride to sodium chloride 4:1. This is always absolutely important. As in previous video I indicated that without the electrolytes we cannot function, and then we cannot grow, and we need this ratio. And unfortunately, if I use this diet, ketogenic and special ketogenic diet, I don't have enough of electrolytes, and maybe a ratio of potassium to sodium is not good enough. So I take this blend and I use it to salt instead of normal sodium chloride salt. So I use also magnesium chloride 1 gram to relax muscles a little bit, and potassium iodine 2 drops for better sleep just before I go to sleep. And of course, just before bedtime, I consume up to 30 gram or more, actually, resistant starch like potato starch. Pectin I take also during the day. It is lemon skin, for example, peels from lemon. And chitin is in the form of mushrooms. If I eat mushrooms, I take a lot. Guar gum, maybe I didn't try it. I ordered it recently. Maybe I will just try how it will be combined with the meal. So this is all to produce more butyric acid and more vitamin B6 in colon. So okay, you see these my ideas that we have to combine autophagy with growth to get a rejuvenation. And I actually recently started to do this, and I believe that I have good results. Well, and I lost even more weight. Now I'm 65 kilo, so less than 150 pounds, a little bit. And I feel quite active, quite well. So I am satisfied. I am quite satisfied. And what is interesting, this sagging skin, which is, I think it is improving. As I lost a lot of fat, my skin was sagging a little bit in some places, now it is getting better slowly, so that I see that autophagy works. It's at least for skin, it gets in a little bit tight, and it is a little bit, and also maybe more elastic, I hope so. Vitamin D, by the way, I didn't mention it here, but vitamin D also vital for growth. So during the day, at least half of hour, we have to expose to ultraviolet. If not in Europe, you probably go to solarium and exposed to UV from lamps. But in Thailand here, I can just go do my exercise during the day, riding a bicycle and getting enough of this vitamin D. Okay, so this video was produced just for educational purposes. I do not give any medical advice and I don't make any money. I just report my situation. I am reporting what I'm doing in hopes that somebody can use this information for themselves and as informational, educational purposes, scientific purposes actually. So, and what I can advise, I would say, okay, please ask your personal physician, and they maybe will give you some qualified advice. I am a doctor in physics and chemistry. I'm not physician, and actually, I never go to last 15 years. I never went to physician, and I don't care about this advice in official medicine because I have my own ideas. What should I do? And it works for me. For me personally, it works absolutely fine. I never getting sick. I'm last 15 years at least, and then I feel quite good. I feel quite good. Maybe some depression sometimes, but depression, it is not related to my physical health. It is just some personal business. So if you were patient enough to watch through the videos through and they came to the end, please comment, subscribe, put the likes, ask questions and share this information. I would love to get some motivation from you and to learn more in this subject, because it is I am getting more educated myself in this subject, and I think what should I do. For example, I changing sometimes this taking of supplements. Before I was taking metformin 1 gram before I go to bedtime, and I was feeling a little bit tired at morning. What is interesting, so I was feeling quite tired. Now I take only half gram, and half gram I take at morning, and somehow even with half gram at morning, my intensity of my exercises improved a lot. So now I'm riding much quicker bicycle, and so I don't know how to explain it, but okay, I'm changing a little bit what I'm doing. And what else? This GABA, I got it recently. I use it GABA and 5-HTP. In my previous video, I was complaining that 5-HTP worked not very good for me, and but interesting that in combination with GABA, it is much better. With combination with GABA, it is working well, and I am satisfied. Maybe there was some other reason, I don't understand, but okay, now I take both 5-HTP and GABA, and I don't take melatonin because maybe too much melatonin, because if you take 5-HTP and GABA, then you are getting this melatonin produced in your body slowly and during the all the sleep, or 8 hours or whatever. But if you take melatonin, it is just short time. You are getting to sleep for short while, like I used to have such problem. Like I was sleeping only 4 hours, and then I was awakened and cannot sleep again, and to take one more pill, or I know it's actually quite. I am little bit disappointed with melatonin. So melatonin intake, maybe to take it smaller doses, or maybe abandon it completely, because with 5-HTP and with GABA, I produce melatonin in my body, and without so itself, it is much more easier. Okay, so thank you for your patience, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and see you next time.